You are not the background character in your own life, but you are living like you are. You are spending your days watching other people win, watching other people grow, watching other people get the promotion, get the house, get the relationship, get the body, get the peace. And while you are sitting there with your eyes glued to their highlight reel, you are slowly bleeding your own potential dry. Let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself right now. How much time did you spend today thinking about somebody else? How much energy did you give to what they said about you? How much of your mental space was rented out to people who are not even thinking about you? You know that feeling, right? That heavy, empty, frustrated feeling at the end of the day when you realize you ran a marathon in somebody else's shoes and you are exhausted, but you did not move 1 inch forward in your own life. That stops today. If you are still here listening to me, type this in the comments, I'm still here. Because I need you to declare that you are still in the fight. I need you to tell yourself that you are ready to take your focus back. If you watch this entire video, if you let these words sink into your bones, you are going to walk away with a mindset shift that will break you free from the prison of comparison. You are going to understand why you keep falling into the trap of external validation. And more importantly, you are going to get a practical, simple, 7-day challenge that will rewire your brain to focus on your own growth. You will leave here with clarity, with direction, and with a fire in your chest that nobody can steal. But you have to stay with me. You have to let go of the distractions. Close the other tab. Put the phone down. This is your moment. I want to tell you a story about a man I know. His name is Marcus, but that's not important. What is important is that Marcus was drowning, not in water, but in the opinions of other people. Marcus grew up in a neighborhood where everyone told him what he couldn't do. His teachers told him he wasn't college material. His friends laughed at him when he talked about starting a business. His own family, out of love, told him to be realistic. And Marcus listened. He absorbed every single word like a sponge. Every morning he would wake up, scroll through social media, and see his old classmates traveling, buying cars, getting engaged. And he would feel like a failure. He would look in the mirror and see someone who was not enough. He started measuring his worth by how many likes he got, by who texted him back, by whether people noticed him at the party. He was an actor in a play where he never got to write the script. And one night, he hit rock bottom. He was sitting alone in his car, 3 a.m, rain pouring down on the windshield. He had just lost his job. His girlfriend had left him. He had no savings. He had no plan. And he looked at his reflection in the dark glass and he said out loud, I don't even know who I am anymore. Have you ever felt like that? Be honest. Have you ever looked at your life and realized you have been trying to be the person everyone else wanted you to be, and you have lost yourself in the process? That night, Marcus did something different. He didn't call anyone. He didn't open Instagram. He sat in the silence. And in that silence, he heard a voice. Not a mystical voice. It was his own voice. Deep down. Barely a whisper. It said, what do you want? Not what your mother wants. Not what society wants. Not what your ex wants. What do you want? And for the first time in years, Marcus was terrified to answer, because he realized he didn't know. He had spent so long focusing on others that he had neglected the only person who could actually save him, himself. That was the turning point. Marcus made a decision that night. He decided he was going to stop looking left and right, and he was going to start looking within. He took a piece of paper, and he wrote down 3 things. Number 1, I will not compare my chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Number 2, I will spend 1 hour every morning working on my skills before I check my phone. Number 3, I will forgive myself for the time I wasted, and I will start today. It was not a big, dramatic Hollywood moment. It was a quiet, desperate decision. And slowly, day by day, week by week, the focus shifted. He stopped checking who was watching him. He stopped worrying about what people thought. He started reading. He started building. He started failing. But he didn't stop. And 2 years later, Marcus was not rich by the world's standards, but he was free. He had a small business that paid his bills. He had a calm spirit. He had a sense of purpose that nobody could touch. And the crazy thing is, the people who used to ignore him, they started asking him for advice.
That is what happens when you focus on yourself.
You become the person others look up to, not because you chase their approval, but because you chased your own growth. Here is the hard truth that nobody wants to tell you. The reason you are so obsessed with other people is that you are afraid to face yourself. You are afraid of the silence. You are afraid of what you will find when there is no distraction. So you fill your mind with gossip, with drama, with comparison, because it's easier to judge someone else's life than to build your own. But let me tell you something powerful. The moment you stop looking at others is the moment you start seeing yourself. And when you start seeing yourself, you start to realize that you have been carrying greatness that you never unpacked. You have talents you never developed. You have dreams you buried because someone told you they were stupid. You have a voice that has been silenced by the noise of the crowd, and it is time to reclaim it. Let's break this down. First, you have to understand that focusing on others is a form of self-abandonment. Every time you compare your journey to someone else's, you are telling yourself, I am not enough as I am. And that is a lie. You are not supposed to be them. You are supposed to be you, the fully developed, fully expressed version of you. But you cannot become that person if you are constantly looking over your shoulder. You cannot run a race while staring at the other lane. You will crash. Literally, metaphorically, you will crash. Here is what most people do wrong. They see someone successful and they feel inspired for about 5 minutes. Then they feel jealous. Then they feel defeated. Then they go back to scrolling. They never take action. They mistake information for transformation. They think reading about success is the same as achieving it. No, you have to move. You have to move your body. You have to move your mind. You have to move your intentions. And the first step to moving is to stop looking at the moving van next door and start packing your own boxes. So what do you need to do differently? You need to develop what I call spiritual blinders. Just like a horse wears blinders to stay focused on the track, you need to block out the distractions of other people's lives. That means unfollowing accounts that make you feel small. That means muting conversations that drain your energy. That means setting boundaries with people who only call you when they want to complain or gossip. You are not being rude. You are protecting your focus. You are guarding your vision. And if you don't guard it, nobody else will. Second, you need to redefine what winning means to you. Society has taught you that winning is a big house, a fancy car, 1 million followers, a trophy spouse. But deep down, you know that those things don't fill the void. Winning is waking up with clarity. Winning is looking in the mirror and respecting the person you see. Winning is going to bed knowing you gave your best effort, not someone else's best effort. I want you to pause for a second and ask yourself, do you really want this life you are chasing? Or are you just chasing it because you saw someone else chase it? If you really want to change your life, write "I'm ready" below. I want to see that commitment. I want you to declare that you are ready to stop playing small. Third, you need to take your eyes off the scoreboard and keep them on the game. You are too worried about results. You want the body in 2 weeks. You want the business to blow up overnight. You want the relationship to be perfect immediately. And when it doesn't happen, you quit. You look at someone who has been grinding for 10 years and you ask, why not me? Because you haven't paid the price yet. Because you quit after 3 weeks. You have to fall in love with the process. You have to fall in love with the early mornings, the rejection, the awkward growth. And you can only fall in love with the process if you stop comparing your process to someone else. Highlight reel. I want you to imagine a gardener. The gardener does not dig up the seed every morning to check if it has grown. No. The gardener waters the soil, removes the weeds, makes sure the sun hits it, waits patiently. And then, one day, without forcing it, the flower blooms. You are the gardener of your own life. But you keep digging up your seeds because you saw another flower that bloomed faster. Stop. Let your roots grow deep. Let your process happen. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to become who you are meant to be. Now, here is where I need you to be honest with yourself. How many hours of your week are spent on things that do not serve your growth?
Be honest. How many conversations are about other people's problems? How much energy do you spend worrying about what they think? You don't have time for that. You have a life to build. You have a legacy to create. And that legacy will not be built by watching other people build theirs.
It will be built by the sweat of your own brow, the tears of your own struggle, and the fire of your own determination. I want to give you a 7-day challenge. It is simple, but it is not easy, because simple and easy are not the same thing. For the next 7 days, I want you to do 3 things. Number 1, you will not check social media or any form of entertainment for the first hour after you wake up. That first hour belongs to you. You will use that time to read, to journal, to meditate, to exercise, to plan your day. You will feed your mind before you feed your curiosity about others. Number 2, every time you catch yourself comparing your life to someone else's, you will immediately stop, take a deep breath, and say out loud, I am on my own path, and I trust the process. Say it, mean it, and then take one small action toward your own goal. Number 3, at the end of each day, you will write down one thing you did that moved you closer to your own vision. One thing. It could be small. It could be reading 10 pages. It could be making one phone call. It could be saying no to a distraction. But you will write it down. Do this for 7 days. I promise you, at the end of that week, you will feel lighter. You will feel more focused. You will feel like you are finally driving your own car instead of being a passenger in someone else's. I want you to come back to this video after 7 days and comment, day 7 done. I want to see that, because that is how you prove to yourself that you are serious. That is how you build momentum. Listen to me closely. The world is going to keep moving. People are going to keep talking. The noise is not going to stop, but you have a choice. You can be a victim of that noise, or you can be the master of your own silence. You can be tossed around by every opinion, or you can plant your feet firmly on the ground of your own truth. I know which one you are capable of. I know there is a fire inside you that has been smothered by the weight of comparison. But fire is still there. It is glowing, and it is waiting for you to feed it. You are not a side character. You are the main character of your own story. But characters don't grow by watching other characters. They grow by facing their own dragons, by climbing their own mountains, by falling and getting back up on their own strength. So I am asking you today, right now, as you listen to my voice, close your eyes for just a second. See the life you want, not the life your neighbor wants, not the life your parents want, not the life you think you should want, the life that makes your soul sing. That life is possible. It is waiting for you. But it will not come to you while your focus is scattered. Take this moment, take this energy, and decide that from this day forward, you will no longer rent space in your head to people who are not paying rent. Decide that you will become the most important project in your life. Decide that you will stop being a spectator and start being a player. If this message spoke to you, if something inside you cracked open, then do not let this moment pass. Hit that subscribe button right now. Not for me, for you, as a commitment that you are choosing a new path. Share this video with someone you love, who has given up, who has lost their focus, who needs to hear that they matter. Send it to them. Tell them it is time to look in the mirror. And when you close this video, go watch the next one. It will show you the next step on your journey. The journey starts now. The journey starts with you. You are ready. Now go.